It's that magical time of the year when the dead rise from their graves and our nation's cemeteries come alive to the sounds of vampires and mummies doing the monster mash. But it's also an opportunity for video games to get in on the action by having secret, date-activated Easter eggs that will only appear during the spookiest season of them all. Here are 7 of our favourites. 2 Point Hospital is a charming hospital management game that takes a sideways look at the lighter side of horrible diseases.
Has someone weed on the floor?
I hope not.
Oh my god. No!
Oh, no!
No, Brandy Gherkin!
Brandy Gherkin.
Fell over in it. You better use the hand sanitizer now, Brandy.
The game includes such illnesses as Mockstar, which causes patients to dress like Freddie Mercury, Jest Infection, which turns them into clowns, and Night Fever, which sees them dancing like John Travolta, until they die and become ghosts and your hospital goes bankrupt.
Oh no! Whoa! Look at these. The queues are like, oh, there's a riot. There's a full-on ghost riot happening. Wow! Oh no! Bankruptcy warning!
Another such illness is lightheadedness, a rather literal disease in which the patient's head is replaced with a giant light bulb that you need to unscrew and replace to cure.
He suddenly developed lightheadedness.
That changed, however, in 2 Point Hospital's Spooky mode. That's spooky with 6 O's, a timed Halloween update which added creepy music, Halloween-themed cosmetic items, and, most notably, changed lightheadedness into frightheadedness, in which affected patients would instead have a lit jack-o'-lantern for a noggin. You cure it the same way, but still, I want to get on that quickly, otherwise it's going to start looking a bit Sleepy Hollow around here. Even if you've never played a Souls game, the one thing everyone knows about them is that they're hard. But not hard enough, according to publisher Atlas, who in 2009 decided that as a time-limited Halloween treat for their loyal fans, they'd make the game even harder because f*** you, it's Demon's Souls. During the Halloween weekend, Atlas's PR explained, between swigging mouthfuls of player tears from an ornate stein, we've discovered that the nefarious demon will seek to descend the land in pure blackness on All Hallows' Eve. His minions will be more powerful, but the rewards for those who seek to challenge them will be greater as well. What this meant for players was that the enemies hit a lot harder, and the damage that players themselves would do was reduced drastically. Happy Halloween! Obviously to you and I, this sounds terrible, but the Souls community is into this kind of stuff and begged for the event to be extended or restarted, but this was a one-time only deal just for Halloween. I mean, I assume. The way I play Demon's Souls, it's hard to tell. Hello Neighbor and Bendy and the Ink Machine are 2 very successful horror games, but that isn't the only thing they've got in common. Back in 2017, the 2 games joined forces to present a special limited-time Halloween crossover known as Hello Bendy, in which their respective game worlds leaked into each other, like a cartoony version of that movie with the ghost girls from The Ring and The Grudge. Whoever wins, we lose. In Hello Neighbor, the game was given a yellow overlay to match the look of Bendy and the Ink Machine, certain objects like the town water tower were reskinned to look like Bendy, and the neighbour of the title donned a Bendy mask to make things even more terrifying when he spotted you. In Bendy and the Ink Machine, the neighbour replaced Ink Bendy, the horrible inky monster that chases you, and his own chase theme would play as you tried to flee, which doesn't make it any less stressful in case you were wondering. Goodbye, neighbour, more like, yikes.
Hold on, don't get lost in the stream. I got a raft we can cross on the beam. All for the one and it's all for the team. Got a message from the heavens that was brought through a dream. This is God's green earth, it's a gift and it's worth much more than you see planting seeds in the dirt. My earth is a queen, may she be blessed with birth. Be immersed, I believe, reaffirm, we emerge.
There's plenty about farming that's spooky. Pumpkins, cornfields, scarecrows. weird potatoes that look like Satan. But if you load up Farming Simulator 17 on Halloween, you'll notice something else to add to the list: pedestrians. For one day only, Farming Simulator replaced the regular pedestrian walking animation with the shambling gait and grasping outstretched arms that scream zombie as loudly as we did while running full pelt in the opposite direction. It's just the walk, however. They don't attack you while you're trying to buy chicken feed, and on the flip side, you can't run them down with a combine harvester, so fair's fair, I suppose. Also, there's no new zombie skin, and the pedestrians will often still cheerily greet you as you go about your farming business, which is maybe worse than the regular zombie moans.
Hello. Hi there.
Definitely worse. Star Trek Online allowed players to boldly go where no one without an internet connection had gone before, creating an MMORPG in the Star Trek universe where players could seek out new life and new civilizations, and then romance or judo throw that new life depending on how the mood took them. If you play Star Trek Online on Halloween or Friday the 13th, however, you'll discover a secret spooky event called Hearts and Minds that sees you investigating a research station run by a Vulcan scientist called Dr. Sibak. As you'd expect from a Halloween mission involving a science lab, Sibak has gone full space Frankenstein and is conducting unethical experiments on dozens of clones of himself that he created, which sounds like it might be a clever way of getting around Federation rules regarding human testing, but is actually just horrifying, especially when you have to murder all of them to get off the station in one piece. Might keep this one out of the captain's log.
Why do you work alone, Batman? I believe you enjoy the loneliness.
It's tough being a villain in Gotham because the field is just so darn crowded. Naturally, if you want to establish yourself as a super villain, you're going to need a theme, and all the good ones have been taken. And quite a lot of the bad ones also.
Oh, are you not going to drink your tea? It's special tea. My special tea. My special tea.
Go to hell, Jervis.
That's how we ended up with Julian Gregory Day, who presumably cast his eyes around his office and rejected Lamp Man and Photocopier Man before settling on the similarly unintimidating Calendar Man as his villainous alter ego.
Boo. Funny thing, Halloween and Arkham. It seems redundant here. Within these walls, the monsters are on display year-round.
Bless him though, he is trying to make it work, committing horrible crimes on different public holidays, and if you want to find out what he got up to on the spookiest day of the year, you're going to need to head down to his cell underneath the Gotham courthouse on Halloween itself to find out.
Of course, there was that one year Joker led a breakout on All Hallows Eve. What a wonderful night.
Apparently, Joker led an Arkham breakout, and then everyone went together in a big group to a Halloween party, where they then revealed that fact to the screaming partygoers, presumably some of whom immediately called the police.
Of course, the real screams came when it was time to unmask. Trick or treat.
Yeah, I can see why you're back in here, Calendar Man. Arkham City isn't the only Batman game with a spooky Halloween Easter egg. Arkham Knight has one too, featuring Man-Bat, the alter ego of Dr. Kirk Langstrom, a scientist who, with the typical restraint and scientific rigor of a Batman character, attempted to cure his deafness by splicing his DNA with that of a vampire bat. Amazingly, this didn't give him the super hearing of a vampire bat, but rather turned him into a massive gross human-bat hybrid who then killed his wife and went on a rampage around the city. Eventually, Batman is able to find and cure Man-Bat before locking him up in the GCPD headquarters for 1 count of murder, 1 count of being a bat, and you have to assume several counts of gimmick infringement.
Where's Francine? Where is she?
She's dead, Kirk.
No. She can't be. I didn't. What have I done?
The serum. It changed you. You lost control.
However, once you've captured Man-Bat, if you find yourself playing on October the 31st, you might notice he's not as captured as you initially thought, and is now the self-appointed mayor of Jump Scare City. Ah, damn it, Kirk. Isn't there a Halloween party you could be at? Guaranteed you would win the costume competition.
It just occurred to me. Kirky Baby didn't have a choice, but you actually choose to be a flying rodent. It's genius.
There you have it. Those were just some of these spooky Easter eggs you can only find during the spookiest season of them all, Halloween. If you enjoyed that, why not drop us a like and subscribe to Outside Xbox, and you could even hit the bell button to get a notification every time there's a new video like this one. Thanks for watching.